Enterprise AI conversations often begin in a frenzy of excitement. Demos, rapid-fire vendor announcements, and the relentless pressure to adopt the latest models immediately. But then, all that glowing potential hits the operational floor. Because despite the excitement over parameter counts and flawless conceptual demos, executive leadership judges technology on a much simpler metric: business impact. This creates a strict dilemma for CIOs today. You have to distinguish between AI deployments that generate measurable financial returns and projects that will quietly burn through your IT budget with nothing to show for it. This table breaks down the divide. On the left side, the tech industry evaluates success through model parameters and hype. On the right side, the enterprise reality requires a measurable reduction in cycle times, operational friction, and positive P&L impact. The conclusion is straightforward. AI creates value when it solves operational friction, not when it creates impressive demos. To find that value, we have to start by accepting that not every process needs AI. Before evaluating specific use cases, an organization must filter out the noise. This diagram illustrates the baseline. A practical, high ROI enterprise AI use case usually shares three specific characteristics. First, the workflow must involve highly repetitive work. There needs to be enough volume to justify the deployment. Second, those tasks must require knowledge-heavy decisions and historical context. If the task is purely robotic and follows a strict path every single time, standard automation is already the correct tool. Third, there must be a measurable business friction. This usually looks like delayed cycle times, high error rates, or significant manual overhead. When all three of these conditions overlap, AI becomes worth evaluating. If they don't, standard process redesign is usually a better use of capital. This quadrant chart maps the landscape of potential AI use cases against each other, weighing the data maturity required against the potential ROI. The first category lands in the low maturity, moderate ROI section. This includes IT service management, internal support, and enterprise knowledge assistance. Most organizations suffer from severe information fragmentation. To deploy here, you connect the AI to historical IT tickets, standard operating procedures, and internal project documentation. The outcomes are highly visible. Employees get instant knowledge retrieval, incidents are automatically routed to the correct teams, and new employee onboarding becomes significantly faster with less dependency on tribal knowledge. But there is a primary risk. When you connect an assistant to internal documentation, it will happily retrieve and summarize everything it can access. While these are quick wins, they require strict identity and access controls first to ensure the AI doesn't expose sensitive financial or HR data to unauthorized employees. Moving deeper into the organization, we shift focus to operational cost centers, specifically finance and procurement workflows. These map into the moderate maturity, high ROI quadrant. They demand more structured data, but the financial returns are substantially larger. Finance workflows are rich with structured repetition. The inputs here involve deploying AI to handle complex reconciliations, identify spend anomalies, and enforce procurement policies automatically. The business outcomes directly impact the bottom line through reduced cycle times, fewer manual interventions, and improved accuracy across millions of dollars in transactions. The trade-off here is strict. This level of AI requires highly standardized, rule-based processes to function correctly. If you deploy an AI agent over undocumented or ad hoc financial workflows, it will confidently generate errors at scale. You will ultimately create more manual review work for your accounting team than you eliminate. Finally, we reach the highest tier of organizational complexity: manufacturing environments and executive decision support. This maps to the most demanding sector of our framework, the extreme high maturity, maximum ROI quadrant. This is where AI becomes deeply tangible. The inputs here are intense. It involves integrating AI directly with live operational sensors for predictive maintenance, downtime insights, and generating real-time anomaly reports for C-suite dashboards. Because the stakes are so high, there is a strict operational boundary. AI must be limited to surfacing insights and patterns. The final judgment call must be left entirely to human leadership. Which brings us to the ultimate negative space on this chart. The massive failure pattern of applying AI to broken, unowned, or poorly mapped operational processes, resulting in high effort and negative ROI. AI cannot fix bad management, and it cannot fix weak data. It only amplifies an organization's existing operational chaos or operational maturity. Enterprise AI success is rarely about selecting the most advanced model on the market. It is entirely about selecting the right problem to solve. This checklist is the final filter leaders must use before authorizing an AI project. If you cannot check these 3 boxes, you are not ready for deployment. If you are an executive facing pressure to deliver fast, visible, board-level wins, stay in the low-effort quadrant. Deploy IT service management and internal knowledge assistance first. If you are an operations optimizer chasing margin improvements, start by auditing your finance and procurement data. Standardizing these records provides the necessary groundwork for high-yield anomaly detection. And if you lead a digitally immature organization where data is siloed and processes are broken, pause all AI initiatives immediately. The primary cost of AI adoption remains the painful, mandatory work of process mapping and data standardization that must occur before the software can do anything useful. Prioritizing data standardization leads directly to the most difficult strategic question currently facing CIOs. Should an enterprise spend its limited capital on traditional ERP modernization or skip directly to AI investment? We will tackle that exact debate in the next episode. Subscribe to continue navigating these enterprise trade-offs with decisional clarity.